Here's our question. Authorcraft helps the reader determine that an article is objective rather than subjective when, and your choices are: the author uses contractions liberally, the author uses unsubstantiated superlatives liberally, the author uses evidence to present several perspectives on the same topic, the author makes directive statements. And the answer is: the author uses evidence to present several perspectives on the same topic. When searching websites, it's really important to look at the About pages, and you can look at the author craft and the language in those About pages to really infer the purpose and the meaning and the point of view, and decipher any bias if there happens to be any. Here's a website on Immigration Policy Center, and if we click on the About pages, it will take us to this, and it tells us a little bit about the organization. So it says it's a research, policy, and arm of the American Immigration Council, and its mission is to shape a rational conversation on immigration and immigrant integration. Through its research and analysis, the IPC provides policymakers and the media and the general public with accurate information about the role of immigrants and immigration policy in U.S. society. IPC reports and materials are widely disseminated and relied upon by press and policymakers. IPC staff regularly serves as experts to leaders on Capitol Hill, opinion makers, and the media. IPC formed in 2003 as a nonpartisan organization that neither supports or opposes any political party or candidate for office. If we scroll down that page, you'll see that it says all too often the debate about immigration is dominated by fear and misinformation. IPC works to make sure that fact is separated from fiction. To do this, we monitor and rapidly respond to statements made by anti-immigration groups, providing lawmakers, the media, and the general public with accurate, up-to-date information. So it seems to me there's a little bit of a disconnect between the first paragraph and that getting the facts paragraph, because while the first one says we are objective, we are nonpartisan, we don't have a real clear position, the getting the facts paragraph absolutely states that they are opposed to anti-immigration groups and they are defending immigration against the quote, hype, unquote, by anti-immigration groups. Just the mere fact that they use the word anti-immigration suggests that they are pro-immigration. So we have students who are looking for the history of immigration laws and its impact on the immigrant communities over the course of history. So we have kids who fell upon this really great chronology of U.S. immigration law from 1821 to 2006. Pretty impressive, right? Great statistic. We're jazzed about that, right? So we look at the website that they got it from, which is FAIR, Federation for American Immigration Reform. And if we clue in and look at the About FAIR page, it tells you a little bit here. The Federation for American Immigration Reform is a national nonprofit public interest membership organization of concerned citizens. So the use of the word concerned already states that they are fighting something, who share a common belief that our nation's immigration policies must be reformed to serve the national interest. So FAIR seeks to improve border security, stop illegal immigration, and to promote immigration levels consistent with the national interest. They claim to be the go-to group for the press, media, and for policymakers. There's a nice little handout that viewers or readers can print out. It talks about their goals and objectives. Their goals is to end illegal immigration and to set legal immigration at the lowest feasible levels. And they've also included a video on the website for further clarification on their agenda.
Immigration reform. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Until you hear what immigration reform means to some of our nation's leaders. Immigration reform to them means giving amnesty to 11 million illegal aliens. 11 million. It means making it easier for illegal aliens to take American jobs when millions of Americans can't find jobs at all. It means a new taxpayer expense of more than $6 trillion in welfare, Social Security, and other entitlements. Why, our government can't pay its bills as it is.
One of the reasons I wanted to share this example is because if you actually look at the surface of both websites, they seem fairly nonpartisan, they seem fairly objective, they both claim to be the go-to sources for the media, for policymakers, and yet they both have very strong points of view on the immigration debate. And they both fall on different sides of it, and you really can't tell that until you start digging around the website and check out the About Us page. And you have to carefully examine the language. For example, if it says anti-immigration, then that implies a position of their own. If it talks about illegal aliens, that implies a position. So it's very important to check those resources as you are building your reflections and thinking about the resources that you are using in your research process.